Welcome, Sagittarius, to your October love reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you. Best message. Best message, please. October love. Looks like you're kind of like in a self-protection mode when it comes to this person. You might see that there's a little temptation. Maybe you can see that there's a little seduction going on when it comes to this person. But it also feels like this person, this card is talking about greediness, and this card is also talking about material. So you might even feel like this person is a little bit greedy when it comes to material. Maybe you feel like this person is overspending money, wants a lot of things from you. You might even be trying to hold on to money and having a hard time doing so. Take that how it resonates. But for some of you, it does feel like somebody is, more materialistic than maybe they should be. Might even feel like they're a little bit gold digging at this time. Maybe they want too much. Maybe you feel like they're more focused on your money than they're focused on the love. So you might even feel like there's a little temptation to get into your wallet. You might be saying, you know what, but I'm not your ATM machine. Just because I bought you this or that doesn't mean I'm going to buy you all kinds of things. So it does feel like there could be some overspending going on, but it does feel like you're in this kind of self-protection mode of protecting your assets, protecting your money, protecting something, okay? If it's not that, then you know what you're protecting, okay? So let's see what's going on over here. We do have the Knight of Wands. This is where, you know what, there was a lot of passion. You know what, I feel like there's also a lot of impulsiveness. You might even feel like this person's a little impulsive at this time. Kind of coming at you, impulsive, taking a lot of action, maybe where there's not even action necessarily needed to be. Like, you know what, it's like, why are you coming at me? Maybe you feel like they're coming at you passionately so that you will spend money on them, or that you will wine and dine them all the time. And maybe you're saying, but we can't afford to wine and dine all the time, or you're spending too much money and we're having a hard time paying the bills. Something is going on where it is you are in self-protection and you're protecting yourself somehow, where you're building boundaries for yourself, guys, okay? So take it how it is, but you're having this clarity and understanding of this is what's going on within the situation, okay? And this is going to shift the way you're thinking about this person and the way that you're, because it does feel like, yes, they've been putting you in a lot of exhaustion, a lot of, deep contemplation, a lot of stress, a lot of restlessness going on. And then I got greed again. So there's something greedy going on over here. It could even feel like, you know what, they're using me at this time. I feel like I'm kind of being used more than there is love. So they want too much. How they feel about you is they feel like you're, for somebody, I'm telling you, for some of you, they feel like you're the financial opportunity that they wanted. There it is. A lot of them also see you as being a little more diligent about your money, meaning you are holding tighter to that wallet. You are holding tighter to your heart. You are putting on those boundaries, and they see it. They see that you're not offering what, you used to offer, because now that things are becoming more clearer, so they're kind of, you can also feel like they're kind of withdrawing a little bit from this situation. So where they felt like they were being very impulsive, you see that they're being impulsive, all of a sudden they see you withdrawing, right? And they could even be starting to withdraw a little bit too. Like, they're withdrawing, so I'm gonna kind of lay back and lay low, right? So it is kind of crazy though, because it's almost like maybe it's one day they're really impulsive and pushing on you to get something from you, and then the next day they're kind of laying low because they see that you're holding tight to what is yours, right? Whether it's just your heart, your love, your money, whatever, right? But it does feel like that can cause some broken dreams, some shattered dreams. Maybe they're even hiding money, hiding things from you, buying things and hiding it from you, something of this nature. But there is definitely a disconnection that's coming through this relationship. 10 of Cups in reversing. This is shattered dreams. This is domestic disruption, disharmony. broken family. I'm hiding out because I see the disconnection. I want to disconnect. So they do see you disconnecting from this situation, where you do feel, and that's because they see you are struggling. Maybe they even see you struggling to even want to say anything about the situation. So they just see you kind of pulling back the reins away from them. And it feels like you're just kind of nurturing, the children, nurturing your job, doing what you're supposed to be doing, but they don't really see you. You see what I'm saying? They see you doing what you're supposed to be doing, but not when it comes to this particular area of the relationship. They see you withdrawn. Okay, so over here, yeah. They think, for some of you, they think you're being selfish and that you're holding back the money, when you know for a fact, because you have this overall understanding. You have the Ace of Swords, so you see what's going on, and now they're saying you're being selfish about the situation. Oh boy. So they might even say, hey, you know what, why are you holding so tight to the money? Why are you doing this? And it's like, because I see what you're doing, right? You're saying literally, I see what you're doing. I don't think that they know if they were being sneaky about the situation. They don't see that they're caught. They don't see that you know the truth about the situation, okay? Yeah, they just think you're being domineering, and that you're being kind of a tyrant about the situation, being a little over rigid, a little over controlling about what's going on within this situation. Wow. But that's just because I don't feel like you really opened up to say anything. Now, that doesn't mean that you have not said something, like, I know what you're doing, or something, you know what I'm saying? And then you withdrew. It's not saying that. It's just like the overall situation is, I feel like you're kind of taking a back seat. You're kind of watching and seeing what's going to happen, seeing how they're going to react when you do pull away, right? Because with the Hermit over here, it's like, I'm isolating myself away, but I'm still watching you. Absolutely. Until you get direct communication. I think it's until you see the overall. You already have the understanding of what's going on. It's just, how am I going to come to talk about this situation? Right now, I'm just kind of building boundaries and getting yourself a clear mind, I think, before you really come out to really say exactly what's on your mind. Because you do see their ruthlessness, their impulsiveness when it comes to this situation. I just feel like you just have to reevaluate what's going on before you come clean about how you feel about this situation. Absolutely. And it does, yeah, with the Star card, it's almost like I'm actually hoping maybe you'll come clean to me. Maybe you'll tell me what you're doing wrong. Are you going to come to me and tell me what's going on? And it's almost like you're holding on to hope and faith that maybe they'll open up, they'll come clean and say, you know what, maybe I was overspending money, or, maybe I was kind of using you at the time because I really wanted something, or I got a little over crazy and a little materialistic, So maybe you're actually hoping, that they will open up. But until then, you're just kind of spy guy. You're kind of watching, waiting, hoping that they will, to either see more of the situation or come clean about their bad judgment calls and their bad actions. Wow. Otherwise, it's just going to cause this tower to happen that you already foresee coming. Look, you already know it's coming, right? So it's like you're either going to settle the dust, or Spirit is like, I'll just go ahead and settle it for you. I mean, that's a 7. 1 + 6 = 7. That's a 7. That means the tower's going to come down. The universe says, I'm going to bring it down. So unless they want to come and make the tower, or you're going to make the tower, right? 1 - 6 = 5, guys, right? That's 5. That's change. That's personal change. That's you saying, I'm going to take the personal transformation. I'm going to step up. I'm going to make this tower. Or are you just going to sit back and wait for the universe to make the tower? Because you already feel it's coming. You're just like, And I think you've known since the solar eclipse that we've had. And there could have even been a time where you're like, oh my gosh, eclipses bring, right? Tower moments. They bring these changes. They bring these shifts. They bring these new things into motion, right? Because that's what it does. It wipes the slates clean. Getting rid of old cycles within our lives to bring in new cycles. That's what the eclipse is. And I think for a lot of you know that. That's why you're just like, we'll see how this is going to work. I don't think you're really worried about it too much, though. I think you're hoping and giving them credit, that they're going to do what they're going to do. But for some of you, I think you're like, I don't know how much credit we're going to do. If they want to come back, maybe we'll try one more time. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of aimlessly drift over here and just wait and see how it's going to play itself out. So I don't really see much, because all you really see at this point is I don't see you having a very positive attitude about this situation. I think this is a situation that goes back and forth, or has been going on for a while, which they have not come clean about. Maybe even keeping you in your head for too long. But I do see that you see them as being very careless with your heart, your love, your giving. You know, I give a lot to you, and there's, you know, you just play with my anxiety. Oh yeah, you play with my anxieties. You play with my mind. You play with my heart. You make foolish mistakes. You don't think about what you're doing. You do what you want to do. Right? Maybe they have their own personal belief system. Maybe they feel like this is, you know, this is what, you know, is supposed to be. But if they don't want to come and talk to you about the situation, it'll just be a missed chance and a missed opportunity for them. Because I don't see you going back that way. Because it's almost like, and maybe you guys have already talked about this many times, right? Many times, but not really ever really finding the answers that you're looking for until now. All of a sudden it just, boom, here it is. Here's the mental clarity. Here's the over understanding. I get it now. I get what you're doing. Maybe you've talked about it before. Maybe they've just lied, because we have the avoidance card. Maybe they were trying to use a crossroad, trying to avoid the situation. Wow. You know, avoiding that topic. Maybe they're playing victim. Right? But now you're like, I got this. I know what you're doing. I see where you're coming from, and I got this. I see what's going on. Right? So absolutely, you will see very soon what's going on within the situation, right? You'll know whether or not that tower is going to take place, or are they going to come and, you know, make that, you know, change with you? Are we going to have this real conversation, right? Or are we just, you know, healing family issues, or are we just going to allow this to tumble? But I think you're kind of giving it room for them to make the choice of how much they care about the relationship, how much they care about you as you're retreating, how much they care about you while you're in this kind of solitude, quiet zone. It's almost like the truth will tell itself of how long they allow you to sit over here. If they really care, they're going to open up and say something. What's wrong? Are you okay? Right? But if they don't, it's almost like the true signs of what they really might only care about. Are they really only there for this and that? And it's kind of making you feel that way. And that's how I feel you feel. If I'm wrong, you can throw that away. Right? But that's the idea that I'm getting out of this situation. And my intuition is saying pretty much that you do see it this way. Right? And you're just saying, I have too much self-respect to allow this to happen anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. That's why I'm taking a step back. I'm not going to allow this anymore. Okay, so we will see how that's going to take place. We have that lunar eclipse coming up, and you know that's probably when that tower is going to make itself, see, quiet retreat and pay yourself first. And I feel that's exactly what you're doing with this lunar eclipse coming up. Shh, you know, it's either going to go one way or another. Is it going upright? Are you going to let the universe take care of this? Or are you going to do it yourself, right? So with a quiet retreat over here, Spirit said it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. That's what you're doing. You're keeping yourself in this withdrawn area of your life, distancing yourself so that you can have some kind of recognition of, you know, and really pay attention to what's going on. Create a quiet place for yourself, and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. Then you'll know, do I let the universe take care of this, or should I intervene? Pay yourself first. Make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future, and maybe that's what you're doing. You know, if you're having an issue, maybe you need to, you know, make sure that you have money set aside for yourself if they keep, you know, digging into the money, into the bank, right? Okay, my friends. And that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.